Okay, we're live. Thursday, November 7th. And it's another... Wow, that looks weird. Let's see how... All right, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, we're waiting for some followers to come in. Watch the live. If you're watching this on the replay, be patient. But what I will say, it's another big NBA night for us last night. Gave you guys last night 4-unit, our biggest bet of the year so far. Guys, don't be fooled by these jerk-off kids. 5 units, 10 units, 50 units, 150 units. They don't even know what a fucking unit is. 1 unit represents 1% of your bankroll. Nobody, no shop in the entire world bets more than 5% of their bankroll on any given day. I give you a 4-unit banger. Golden State Warriors, our biggest bet of the season, outright the Celtics on their home court, and that's how we do it. Also, if you were here yesterday, I gave you a game, which I actually gave my members on Tuesday for today, when the lines were posted at DraftKings. Portland Trailblazers plus 5.5. And if you guys look today, it's fraud. You frozen, John. Shit. Am I frozen to anybody else? Let me get some feedback out there. My man Jason says I'm frozen, but is that just him or is that everybody? What are you guys experiencing? I know the quality of the videos have not been good, and I apologize for that, guys. I'm trying to work on this. Remember, I'm holding not frozen for me. Okay, Dom, so Jason, I'm going to say that's going to be your problem. Okay, thanks, guys. Thanks for the feedback. But yes, gave you guys, if you will listen to the live yesterday, Portland was still at plus 5.5. I think you had to pay maybe a little extra juice at DraftKings for that. But when I gave that out to the members on Tuesday, flat 5.5. No, guys, it's all about beating the line. And that's what I've got to get you guys to understand. The initial name of the business was how to beat the bookie. And how you beat the bookie is by beating the line. There is nobody that could bet into a solid line and beat it. Does the college basketball ratings change after? I don't have college basketball ratings, my man. So I do not do college. There's absolutely no way for me to keep control or have a good read on every college game. Just 30 NBA teams. If somebody farts on one of the teams, I could tell you how they farted. Can't do it in college. Who's the sixth man of Evansville? No idea. So I don't even waste any of my time. I give you guys the best ratings you're going to find anywhere with college football, and we can talk some injuries and stuff, but other than that, no. Pistons game, prime example of how important beating the line is. Fell 1, Aaron Hutchinson. Exactly. His game, we took 2. Flipped to the Pistons' favorite one, and it lands Charlotte 1 on a putback by Miller. And that's what it's all about, guys. So if you see the guys out there, and they're claiming these ridiculous 30-2, and they never lose their POD. You're all full of shit, okay? Those aren't real. If you hear these guys talking about betting 10 units, you already know they're a fraud. Again, there is no sharp guy in the world, and I've dealt with them all from Billy Walters, the fucking GOAT. We're talking about there's a GOAT. There's one GOAT, okay? Not some fat fuck up in Rochester or some jerk-off kid with painted fingernails walking around hotels in Vegas, okay? There's one GOAT. His name is Billy Walters. I've dealt with them all. They don't bet more than 5 fucking units on a game. You don't bet more than 5% of your bankroll on a game, okay? And beating the number is all that counts. It's not important. It's the only thing that matters. And unless you get your head to understanding that, you're going to be a square forever. Sabonis, triple-double, perfect. Yes, 6 for 6 from the field, triple-double. It's actually his first triple-double in a winning game. I look sacked by picking up DeRozan. Kevin Huerter comes back last night. what a fourth quarter. Toronto was playing tough with them till the fourth. But Sacramento, as DeRozan gets more integrated to the team, everybody playing well, they're a good team. And Fox has got some problems with his hands, so that's why his shooting's been a little off. We'll see how that goes on as the year progresses. But anyway, great night last night. It's been a phenomenal run since last Thursday. The run started with the Houston Jet total under, which was never a sweat, and actually 15-4 since then. And that's counting. We went both sides of the Laker game yesterday. Initially on Tuesday, I was betting the lines ahead of time, and we took the Lakers +2. Lakers +1. Was under the impression that AD would be fine. He played 39 minutes in the game prior against the Pistons. Saw nothing about him being out. Not only was he out, Hachimura is out. So now you got a real shorthanded Laker team. Last of a long trip. Basically a give-up game. But, man, hats off to LeBron. This guy, look at the numbers this guy's still putting up at his age. Just crazy. But what I did was we bet money line Grizzlies yesterday. So for my members, I don't know why it's so hard. We've got 2 units on the Lakers, okay, with the points. I got the info. So we call it a Polish middle. You don't want to Polish middle yourself, okay? We can't lay 4 with Memphis and take 1. So we laid the money line. So we're going to lose 1.2 units to the bet. Sometimes it's going to happen like that. We're going to run ahead of over 90% of the bets. As done by the Warriors, we take a +7.5. The Pistons, we're taking +2. A game like today, we're taking Portland +5.5. All these games move in our direction. Once in a while, an injury is going to bite us in the ass. We manage it the best way we can, and we move on. It's a long NBA season, guys. We don't sweat over one game. What do we got? Make any comments just till we get some members in here before I start going over the card. Short NBA card. We got an NFL game today. We'll also talk about that. Maybe do a little weekend stuff. You guys ask me what you want, and we shall do it. All right, not going to wait too much longer. I really hope this X picks up. One more time, guys, for you guys, if you retweet my live, matter of fact, if you retweet all my stuff, got to retweet all my stuff every day for the next couple of days, today and tomorrow, whatever posts I put up, I put up a trend of the day, retweet that stuff. Text B Saturday 619-363-0395. And if she checks it out and you have retweeted all my stuff, we're going to give you a free week. So, I got to get myself out there on Twitter. Hope you guys can help me with that. All right, 27 people, not going to fucking work. Hope we're not going to go through this with X. I thought we were starting to get some good headway. But I'll give you guys the rundown. But I gave you the Portland game, so that's about all I'm going to give you. Look, it's the only bet I've got right now, short card. Let's start with this football game. Bengals, Baltimore. Absolutely must game for Cincy. Basically, the rest of the season must games for Cincy. So you get 2 teams. They met earlier in the season. They go to overtime. Baltimore wins at Cincy by a field goal, 41-38 in OT. They've now won the last 3 meetings, covered the last 5 the Ravens have. So you can see they've got a bit of their number. They beat them up pretty good at Baltimore last year. 2-touchdown win, 34-20. I think the number's right where it should be. My ratings say Baltimore is 6 points better at home than the Bengals are on the road. Then you get the fact that this will be Baltimore's second home game in a row, and you get Cincy traveling on a short week. That's worth at least another half a point. So I'm in that 6 to 6.5 area. As far as the total, it's a big number, but it deserves to be a big number. Each team scored 41 points in their last game, Cincy doing it against the hapless Raiders, and Baltimore putting it on Denver last night. Ginger, morning, John. Great night in the NBA last night. Ginger, get ready for it because every night's going to be a great night in the NBA. So 41 points for each of the two teams last week. 6 of the Bengals' last 8 games have gone over. The last 2 have averaged 59.5 points per game. And that's been without T. Higgins. He's out, and he'll be out again today. Ravens, all of their last 5 games have all gone over at an average of 61.6 points per game. The last 5 meetings between the two teams have all gone over. The last 3 averaged 61.3 points per game. So you can see points. And that's why you have a total of 52.5 or 53, depending on your sports book. And to be honest with you, you know I'm an underbetter, but I'm over or nothing in this one. Anybody before we move on? No. Short card NBA. New platform OG plus people might be at work. Think you should go live later in the day. Got to go live when I can go live, my man. Got to do it when I'm available. Anyway, we got Utah, Milwaukee injury game here, guys. So Utah coming off a win, their first win of the season at Chicago. No Markkanen, no Sexton in that last game. We'll see if they're back in action today. They're both questionable. Third game of this trip. Milwaukee, man, how bad have they been? How's the owner feel about hiring Doc Rivers after they got off to a bad start last year? Doc is horrible. Never been a good coach. Always goes to the teams, got players, can't do nothing with them, except the one time with the Celtics where he couldn't lose. They didn't need a coach. So anyway, Milwaukee, Giannis sits out the last game, and that may have been their best fucking game since the opener. They gave the Cavs all they could handle. Cavs win it again. They won both. They played a home and home. Cavs winning both games. My man Brandon's Cleveland Cavaliers. But Milwaukee, will Giannis come back tonight? Now, he practiced limited yesterday. The problem is Bucks play at Knicks tomorrow. If the knee's acting up, are you going to play him back-to-back? So do you play him against the Jazz, or do you try to get a W without him tonight and play him tomorrow? We'll be looking for the injuries for both sides on this one. Timberwolves, Bulls. Guys, injuries is the talk about it. Be afraid of my Cavs. Be very afraid. Brandon says, hey, I think the league is on full notice. Great game coming up Friday, Brandon. Cavs will entertain the Golden State Warriors. That was our bet last night. That's a tough spot to read. You're going to have Golden State off what should be a little bit of a letdown after winning that game. And that'll be, give me one sec. Where are we here, guys? That'll be their 4th road game in 7 days going to Cleveland. Cleveland swept them last year. But are you ready for this? The Warriors had beat the Cavs the prior 16 meetings. So we'll see how is Golden State up for that game, or are they coming off that little letdown after the win at Boston? But getting back to today, Minnesota at the Bulls. Minnie, 2 days off since pounding the Hornets. They're trying to get their act back, and they'll go to Chicago. But they don't play well against the Bulls. They've lost 5 of the last 6 meetings. Bulls, though, their back-to-back off last night just was absolutely ugly. White and Dosunmu, I think they were combined 5 for 25 or 26, something like that. Dallas, that's not even playing real good. Luka's having problems shooting in the early part of the year. Buried them by 20. No Zach LaVine. He's now missed the last 2 games. He's questionable to come back today. And without LaVine, Minnesota deserves to be a double-digit favorite with Bulls on a back-to-back. And then you got the game I gave you guys. I gave it to you yesterday. I sent it out to my members Tuesday. DraftKings posted all the lines on election day for the next 2 days. When they make mistakes, I'm ready to slap them right in their fucking face. Okay? That day, we hammered Warriors, a 4-unit bet. Pistons, we took +2. We did have the Lakers, but like I said, we get off. We added the Pacers last night. I don't know if I leaned that way with you guys in the daytime, but that line went down to 5, and the Pacers was our other winner for the night last night. So another fucking huge night. But getting back to this game, as I said, you've got a Portland team coming off a win at New Orleans. So I was without Zion, without DeJounte Murray, without C.J. McCollum, without Herbert Jones, without Trey Murphy. I mean, they basically played 5 guys from LA Fitness. So no big win there, but they come off that W. Portland, 2-2, 3-1 against the spread. Their last 4. And now they'll have 2 days off while San Antonio is back-to-back. And remember, San Antonio all of a sudden shorthanded. So San Antonio starts the season without Vassell, one of their leading scorers. Trey Jones, the backup to CP3. You want to have a fucking backup for Chris Paul? Is he my age? When Chris Paul's playing a back-to-back. So Jones, he's been out. And then they lose Jeremy Sokin. He's going to miss. So you got a short-handed squad, back-to-back against a rested Portland team. This game was a no-brainer. We took 5.5, and now the game is down to 4. Once again, that's all it's about. A real handicapper, okay? A real handicapper beats the fucking line. When you got jerk-off kids showing you their Lamborghini and telling you they got some kind of algorithm, tell them to show you their work, okay? What's the algorithm say? What do we got here, guys? Earth to God. Yesterday, I liked Hawks +7, Heat +5, and Mavs -2.5. And Mavs -2.5. Oh, second half, all cashed, and I stayed away from them all. Well, why did you do that, Earth to God? No confidence? Hawks gave it to the Knicks. Knicks are trying to find their way. This is a different Knick team. You put in Cat, we talked about it. You take out Mitchell Robinson, Hartenstein. Hartenstein traded to OKC, hasn't played yet because of injury. Mitchell Robinson also injured. So you get a lot more offense, but man, there's no rim protection. There is no rim protection with Cat there. So we'll see if they can get that better, if Dibs could figure this out. But they're having a hard time. And Atlanta, still missing DeAndre Hunter. They gave it to the Knicks last night. Knicks had won 5 of their last 6 at Atlanta, so a spot that they usually win. John, I have been sharing YouTube video. Jason, my man, I appreciate it. I hope everybody shares it. Again, share everything today. Share everything tomorrow. All my stuff. Text B, 619-363-0395, and she will hook you up with a free week. I want to get out there on X. So we're talking to thousands of viewers, hopefully. And if my OGs here, my original guys, help me get out there, we'll give you a free week. And I want you guys to see the app anyway. I want you guys to see the app or the website. One game we'll talk about in the NFL that was a big move just before I came live. That's why I guess it was a minute or so late. Big move with the Vikings. Looks like Trevor Lawrence going to miss. We talked about this yesterday. They signed Bethard off the Dolphins practice squad. So that kind of told you, behind the scenes, he would be a backup quarterback. I appreciate that, Jason. Kappa getting his points, but as far as rim protection, Gobert covered up a lot of it. Well, Gobert was Gobert, a perennial defensive player of the year. It's a lot to have that. Earth to God, no confidence at all, John. Earth to God, easy thing to do. Become a member at the Massa Edge and have all the confidence in the world. Guys, I am the best NBA handicapper in the world. I don't say that fucking lightly. I come here every day and prove it. I show you my numbers. I give you the games a day ahead of time. Not like these fucking asshole kids that watch the lines move and then tell you who the hot teams are. I tell you who the hot teams are before the fucking lines move. So, earth to God, one easy way to have confidence. You're with the sharpest NBA handicapper in the world. Follow me and let's make some money, guys. Got San Fran starting to move also right now. 49ers. That's back up to 6.5. We had Baker Mayfield mispractice yesterday. We'll see what's going on with him today. And 49ers should be getting everybody back. CMC, Christian McCaffrey. Debo should be back. Jawan Jennings. So they should be getting their whole arsenal of offensive guys back anyway. This isn't a fluke either. Last year was the same way, Jason. No, there's no fluke, my man. I beat the line constantly. Earth to God, thoughts on Steelers +3, John? That's my game of the week. Earth to God, great minds think alike, my man. That's all I can tell you. Great minds think alike. Fuck it. Give it to you. That's my one NFL bet, guys. I got Steelers +3. And I'm going to tell you why. Steelers got Ravens next, and that's definitely a look ahead. But the Redskins, or Commanders, or whatever the fuck they want to call themselves, politically correct, they've got the Eagles next week. So right now, Pittsburgh, Washington, both find themselves in first place. Both with look-ahead games with probably the team that's better than them in their division. Difference is, A, Steelers coming off a bye. B, head coach Tomlin, been in a zillion of these games with a veteran quarterback, Wilson. And while I love this kid Daniels, you got Quinn Snyder as their head coach and a rookie going to be in a big game against Tomlin and Wilson coming off a bye. And I'm getting a field goal with the team that's second in allowing just 14.6 points per game. Give me the Steelers plus the field goal, guys. There's your freebie for the weekend. I think Watt puts Daniels in the ground a couple of times too. Well, they know there's a target on those ribs. Remember, he had a little trouble with the ribs and was questionable to play a couple of weeks ago. So as I said, we got a little movement on the 49er game, and that we'll see what's going on with Baker Mayfield. Expect Baker Mayfield to play. Tomlin is 7-0 after a bye week. Last 7. Nice stat, Aaron Hutchinson. That's why I'm on it, my man. It's one of the reasons I gave you all the reasons. Earth to God, trust me, John, if my financial situation was better, I'd be a member like yesterday. Well, if your financial situation isn't good, Earth to God, and I tell this to everybody, guys, I don't need members. I'm doing this for the bigger plan, for hundreds of thousands of followers. Don't gamble. I don't need that $99. More importantly, maybe that $100 bill to you is food on the table. If you're not in a good financial situation, do not bet. I gave a 4-unit bet on the Warriors last night. There's no locks, guys. The fucking fakes, the scam decappers, they'll tell you they guarantee and they got locks. I got no locks. I loved that game last night. Anything could happen. Steph Curry could have got hurt in the first fucking quarter. So if you don't have the bankroll to gamble, do not gamble. So that's more important. Don't send me your money. Do not become a member, but don't even gamble. That's all I can say. Stocks popping goes to Trump got elected. Hallie, what'd you think, my man? Look, it's simple. The Democrats kill the economy. I go by facts, guys. I'm a fucking numbers guy. I got no fucking feelings. I don't give a fuck Trump insults people. You're insulted? The fuck don't listen to him. Give me fucking numbers. I'm a stat guy. It's what it's all about. No other handicapper will ever recommend laying off. That's why Master is the best. Guys, I'm the realist. Okay, I've been in this business over 40 years. And I'm not talking as some jerk-off fucking handicapper on Instagram or now X. I've been in the real business. As a teenager, Working for my old man, running parlay tickets as a teenager, going into the office when we used to have to write the tickets, no computers. I'm in this fucking game a long time. Allie, Democrats like enjoy your cheap gas and cheap groceries. I will, exactly, because you bring down the price of gas, you bring down the price of everything. What do you think Trump's going to do day one? How many executive orders he's going to write? Open that gas pipeline back up. I don't want to go. I don't want to do politics, but anyway. Also, the Commanders are ranked 25th versus the run. Going to have a rough time stopping Najee and Warren. Earth to God, you ain't got to sell me, my man. I'm on it. Mike, I sent this out to my members yesterday morning. +3, it's the one NFL bet that I've got. I gave you guys the one NBA bet I got today. That's Portland +5.5. And as I said, that game is down to 4. The other games all are going to be injury-related games. One more time for the Jazz, in case you're joining us late. Markin and Clarkson, both have missed the last couple. They're questionable. Giannis, he missed the last game. He's going to be questionable, and they play tomorrow. Do you play him tonight against the Jazz? Do you sit him tomorrow, or do you play him back-to-back? We'll see. Bulls, Zach LaVine, man, a real good player. Just can't stay healthy. Missed the last 2 games. They really wanted to get rid of him. Couldn't do it. Questions? Anything else, guys? What do we got? What else you want me to go over? I'll give you another minute or 2 if you've got any good questions. If you want me to go over something, I'll be happy to do it. That's what I'm here for. Okay, guys. So, as I said, college football. Allie, what do you want? Pick a game. Let's see what we can do for Allie. Ole Miss, Georgia. Great game. Georgia beat the fucking pants off them last year. 52-17. Ole Miss will be waiting for that one. Ole Miss coming off a fucking wreck job. They destroyed Arkansas. Florida put up a little fight in the Georgia-Florida game last week, even after their quarterback went out. Georgia finally put it away, winning by 14, but not getting the cover. Georgia, 7-1 straight up, but 1-6 against the spread last 7. And we all know who that cover came. It was when they beat the pants off Texas at Texas. Now they go to Mississippi. My numbers don't have Georgia this high. I'd have to get over a field goal if I wanted to grab the home dog, but it's home dog or nobody in that game. Earth to God, I really think Rams should have been more active at the deadline. Look, I think the NFC, besides the Lions, anything can happen. 49ers have got to show me that they're back in it. I like what Philly's building, although we got to check now. You had A.J. Brown leave the last game. Devontae Smith wasn't at practice yesterday. Injuries. Points in Georgia, Ole Miss, 100%. Brandon, it's Russ, not Allie. Okay, Russ. Well, it says Allie. I don't know what to tell you. Good guy. Did I miss any edges on Thursday night game tonight? I'm a little late. You'll have to rewatch. Not going to go through it again. Earth to God, guess Sean McVay going to try to pass the ball 100 times a game. Bailey runs the ball, one of the best backs. Kyron Williams, he's got to be the bell cow. He's got to get some more. 100%, I agree with you. Earth to God, you're fucking pretty sharp. You're pretty sharp. You know your stuff. Colorado -4.5. Is it still hype train, or we sold that Buffalo's are that good? Big 12 championship. Let's fucking talk about that one. That's an interesting game. I've been looking at that game. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just watching South Cal get some money right now, going from 3.5 to 4, even 4.5 in some spots. I talked about that game with somebody yesterday. They were all over Vandy. I told them my lean was to South Cal, that if you're a Massa Edge member, you could just see by the ratings how much higher I've got South Cap than Vandy. I didn't pull the trigger on any college games yet this week. But the Colorado-Texas Tech game. I like how the Buffaloes are playing. Yes, I absolutely do. They just hit that game now. That number's going higher. My numbers say that they should not be that big a favorite. But you've got Colorado coming off a bye week. Texas Tech probably in a little letdown spot after beating Iowa State last week. So where my numbers say Colorado can't be that much better on the road, they're getting all the money because of the spot. Spot, very important, guys. When I make a bet, and it's a big bet, a 4-unit bet like last night, that's the line and the spot going together. That's the perfect storm. So my numbers, if you're a Massa Edge member, you could see Golden State road rating. Look, the number that they had for the Celtics last night, that number would have been the number if Jaylen Brown was in the game. There's no Jaylen Brown. Not only is there no Jaylen Brown, but there's no Porzingis. Obviously, he hasn't played all year. So they're 2 of their top 5 guys down, and they're still 7.5 over the Warriors. So my numbers, my ratings said no way. They're not that much better with Porzingis and Jaylen Brown out, as my Mass Edge members could tell you. That's just what the ratings say. And now we've got the spot. What's the spot, John? Here's the spot. The last time these two teams met, Golden State went to Boston and got they got embarrassed. 140-88. The Warriors, let me just see if that was, the Warriors had won the prior 6 meetings. Okay? Spot belonged to Golden State. The numbers didn't add up. There's no way they should have been that high. The spot, the numbers add up. It's a big monster bet, and that's just how we do it, guys. The man Tim says Colorado looks like they might be favorites in all their games for the rest of the seasons if they take care of business. Look, he's got them playing real good. I don't like Deion's personality. Just don't like it. Never liked it. I don't know if some of you guys may be too young for what he did to Tim McCarver. As a kid, look, Deion Sanders is one of the most talented people in the world, especially athletically. But he was doing both football for the Falcons and baseball for the Braves at the time. And he's in the World Series, and he was dumping buckets of ice on Tim McCarver. He had a little thing. Maybe McCarver said something about him. Of an athlete taking advantage of an older guy. And he's just been a big mouth mutt since then. Then he became Christ and all of that shit. Okay. Just don't like him personally. But there's no question the guy's one of the best athletes in the world in his day. And he's doing a great job coaching. Travis Hunter and Cam Ward fighting for the Heisman. Yeah, and that's a game I'm looking at also this week. Miami at Georgia Tech, still waiting to get the info on King, the G-Tech quarterback, because that number's a little low. And as you can see at the end of games, Miami's trying to put points on the board to get Cam that Heisman. So what else we got here? I think Sanders' son goes to the Raiders. We'll see. I'm not going to go thinking about that shit. What was the next number 2 text for the free week? Zex, before you get a free week, you've got to retweet all my posts from this week, not just the lives, all the posts. My girl B will check. If you did, you got to use the same name, and we'll give you a free week, and that's 619-363-0395. And guys, don't just text her. She'll check out the name that you give her on X. If they're there, fine. If they're not there, you're not getting a free week. Earth to God was just about to say that. Jackknife, don't think Raiders draft, okay? Deion can do no wrong like Obama. Oh, no, he can do plenty of wrong. What? Obama can't do any wrong. What, are you fucking kidding me? I ain't going there. Obama married. I'm not, guys, I don't want to go there. Yeah, so they deny everything bad about Dion and Obama. I think you can deny anything you want about anybody. Facts are fucking facts. Liberals, okay? Lunatic liberals are the only ones that don't see facts as being facts. Let's get off. I'll get off the subject for 1 minute. I watched CNN, MSNBC yesterday. It was so entertaining watching these fucking idiots, okay? Blaming everything. Everybody's a racist. Everybody's a misogynist. Everybody's a thisist. You're an isist. You're an is. Everybody's an isist. Not that we have no fucking plan. We had a fucking woman that barely could put a sentence together better than Biden, that never told you what she was for, was asked direct questions and never answered them. You're letting in millions of fucking illegals. 75% of the country wants them out. Okay, so come on. The View yesterday was awesome. I'm sure, my man Russ. But that's all I can say. I go by facts. Okay, here's the numbers. Now liberals saying Mexicans are racist too. The border, guys, I'm going to go just because I got to go there. Just what my man's saying. Look at the border, the border of Texas that borders Mexico. All those communities, which were always Democrat, are now all Republican. Why? Rachel Maddow, meltdown. Jimmy Kimmel crying. Yeah, it's great. It's great. That I might wake up. Yeah. Loved watching all the news anchors squeal like pigs on the news as the results came in. Yeah, look, they're so out of touch. They don't understand us, the real people. They don't. Beyonce and Jay-Z and we might as well get Diddy out there. All these freaks. These are fucking freaks. Okay? The fuck do they know what the average guy does or what the average guy is thinking? Okay? Yeah, let all the fucking illegals in. Ain't gonna go into their bubble. They got no clue. That's why they can't. All they do is talk to each other. Okay? You can see it here on X, what used to be Twitter years ago. They just talk to each other and they believe the most stupid thing. Some of them still believe President Trump is a Russian agent. How laughable it is. How gullible are you? How the fuck do you walk around without a fucking helmet on? You fucking idiot. You must ride on the short bus. Once Camilla threw that concert, I felt embarrassed as a black man. I don't know what concert that was. I don't know why you were embarrassed. Never be embarrassed of your fucking race. What I can say is when you put Cardi B, I don't know who the fuck these people are. I'm not into pop culture. Who gives a fuck what these people, who gives a fuck what they think? Okay? Then I'm watching that fat, disgusting slob, the AG from New York yesterday. How dare you come making a fucking speech. Yo, we're prepared for anything Trump's gonna do to us. You fucking fat disgrace. Okay? How dare you? How dare you? They're still trying to get him. He's the president, honey. Fuck you. Everyone that endorsed us on Diddy list had blackmail on him. Yeah, that's how it goes. The Truman Show delusion, real in America. Fucking crazy. Again, guys, I said it yesterday. I don't know if you guys caught I went live on Instagram on my John Massa page, and I don't give a fuck what color you are. You could be white, you could be black, you could be Spanish. It don't mean anything to me. What's your stats? How fast do you throw a ball? How can you strike somebody out? Can you hit? Can you run the bases? Can you throw a pass? Can you catch a pass? Can you block? Can you make a three-pointer? Can you defend the box? I don't give a fuck about it. It's 2024. There was fucking racism in the United States. That's been over for a long time. There's no people trying to stop the black people from voting. Get a fucking ID. Hey, I don't know. I got an ID. Everybody got an ID. You're a kid. You want to buy cigarettes? Got to show you. I was in line. I swear on my 2 grandchildren. Swear on my grandchildren. I was online up in Connecticut the other day. Guy in front of me had to be 70 years old trying to buy a 6-pack. They asked him for ID. He busted it out. Everybody's got an ID. You want to fucking take a library book? You got a fucking ID. You want to buy cigarettes? You want to buy liquor? You want to do anything? You got an ID. You want to get into one of the Democrats' fucking conventions? You need an ID. Stop your fucking bullshit, motherfuckers. It's all a game. Half these fucking people used to kiss Trump's ass, and Schumer, that fucking mutt, was on the top of the list when he used to come for money and donations. Reverend Jesse Jackson, that disgraziat, Al Sharpton's a mutt. Anybody that follows Al Sharpton, how MSNBC gave this fucking scumbag, first of all, he's a rat, stool pigeon, worked with the FBI, gave up his own people, okay? Rat. Al Sharpton's a rat. Been a rat his whole life. Never paid his taxes. Fucking mutt. It's all fucked on both sides. No question. And that's why I like Trump. Trump's not a politician. Trump doesn't tell, like he's some stupid shit comes out of Trump's mouth every once in a while. No question about it. But that's good. I want to know what he's thinking. He don't do no tested fucking statements like Kamala. Everything that came out of her fucking mouth, We'll go with what the law states. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking twat. Hit the fucking bricks. Go back to fucking San Francisco. You and that other fucking jerk off, Pelosi, ruined that fucking city. Go back there. Keep it there. He's a businessman, exactly. No fucking, he ain't doing the politic game. Like I said, you know what's coming out of his mouth. That's what he feels. Anyway, enough about the politics, my men. They're talking about Kamala 2028. Good. Bring her back. Bring her. Maybe in 4 years she'll be able to answer a fucking question. White dudes for Harris. Look, again, guys, it ain't white, it ain't black. President Trump doubled his vote, the black vote, increased the Hispanic vote because people are starting to see through it. It's the Democrats, guys. The Democrats only accuse of what they're doing. They're the racists. For them to say that the Republicans are trying to stop you from voting because getting an ID is too difficult, do they think black people are that dumb that they can't get a fucking ID, that they don't have a driver's license, they can't get a library card? That's what they're telling you. That's what they really think. Listen and understand the question of what they say, okay? Everything they accused Trump of is what they did. They accused Trump of being a Russian agent. The guy that ran Hillary Clinton's campaign put that story out there. He had to admit it in court. Guys, go check it out. It's out there in Google. Okay? Everything they claimed Trump did, they did. They claimed that he had a bad phone call with Ukraine. They impeached him. Fucking Biden family getting rich from Ukraine till today. They keep sending fucking money out there. So when they talk about it's the Republicans that are racist, nah, we ain't racist. We love our black brothers. Immigration, of course we want immigration. We just want it done in an orderly fashion, so we're not letting this fucking Venezuelan gang and other terrorists in. Everything they say, everything they accuse you of, it's what they fucking are. They're sick fucking people. How about the Amish voting for Trump? Everybody voted for Trump. The country dodged a huge bullet. It really did. I think we're too far gone. I really do. We're in bad shape. The stock market bouncing back, that's one really good thing. as I've said before, there are at least 10 million illegals here. At least. If 1%, let's say 99% of them are great people, okay? But if 1% of them are bad, got 100,000 bad people here. Now, I don't mean blowing up buildings bad, but thieves, rapes, drug dealers. Do we need another 100,000 bad people here? Why couldn't we just vet the people? I want to give hardworking people, I want them to come across the border with their children. I want to vet them. I want to put them in the right spot. I don't want to dump tons of kids that don't even know the language in schools. Now you fuck the teachers up. They can't teach because you get some kids that don't know the language. I don't want to overload communities that you can't get the proper health care because now they've got to take care of a bunch of other people. You don't have room to house them, so they're on the streets in Manhattan. It's a disgrace, guys. Do it in an orderly fashion. We'll take all the immigration in the world. What about the tariffs going to cripple us? Teddy Z, Jersey. It's a bluff. I hope you guys understand it. Teddy brings up a good thing. The tariffs are so instead of China producing their stuff in China, selling it here, they open factories here. Instead of a company, GM, putting a plant in Mexico, making the cars with cheap labor and bringing it here, they don't build the plant in Mexico and they leave their plant here in Detroit, Michigan. So, yes, Teddy, you would be correct. But the whole tariff thing is a bluff. Illegal immigration unfair to legal immigrants too. Imagine being a legal immigrant. You're waiting for years to be cut while people are just walking across the fucking border. You're trying to do it the right way, but the wrong way is the way to go. So it's terrible. All right, guys, that's enough of. We went from sports to politics. Try not to do that, but once I get started, I'm very passionate about it. I'm 62. I don't give a fuck really what happens. What am I? I got another 20 left on this fucking planet. I got 2 young grandchildren. I got a great son, and I want them to grow up in a fucking world that I grew up in and that I knew. Okay. This really could be such a great place. We've made such great strides. Just stop the stupid shit, Democrats. Learn from this. I don't give a fuck if you think you're a guy, you're a girl. Well, I don't give a fuck what you think you are. Have fun. Look. I guess the best way I could say it, you're a guy, but want to dress as a girl, do it. But you can't box another girl. You can't play volleyball with the girls. You can't swim against girls. You're a boy. Either you're XX or XY. You got a cock or you don't. But do I want to come in your bedroom? I don't care what you do. That's your personal business. Okay? Matter of fact, you're a guy and you like to suck dick. That's good. More girls for me. I like girls. So it improves my chances. Did you understand? Whatever you do, you do. And that's good for you. But men can't go in the fucking locker rooms with girls. Men can't go into women's prisons. Men can't play sports with girls. They can't do wrestling and boxing with girls. I mean, let's agree on that. Can we agree on that? You know, there's some things we have to be able to agree on. And again, whether you're trans, whether you're gay, whatever you are, God bless you. I'm not looking into your bedroom. Okay? But there's got to be limitations, okay? That's how I feel, guys. Now, I'm sorry if that offends anybody. Just the way it should be, okay? You can do whatever you want to do. Let's see one more look at stuff before we go. Not much happening. All right, guys, I gave you free bets. I gave you some leans. We're here each weekday, 11 a.m. Eastern. Best sports betting information you're going to get anywhere. One more time, retweet all my stuff each day. Saturday, if you've done that, text B, 619-363-0395. Give her your account. she'll look. If you retweeted enough stuff, I'll give you a free week of Mass Edge service, the best sports betting service that you're going to find anywhere. See you guys tomorrow.